Hi, I'm Sandy, and welcome to another day in Life with Sandy. Well, good afternoon. Today is Wednesday, April 19th, and we only have one birthday. Tammy Sizemore's son, who's born 2007, Noah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Noah. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Noah was the only one with a birthday today. We're on our way to Kroger's to get some stuff for tomorrow's dinner. Cleaned my house this morning. I know I'm really off kilter. I usually do it on Mondays, but for some reason I did it today. And I didn't show you my breakfast. I had 2 slices of Aunt Millie's Live Carb Smart toast for 2 points, and a Laughing Cow cheese for 1 point, and a glass of orange juice for 2 points. So it was a 5-point breakfast. And then of course I had my berries, and I had my banana, and I did have a grapefruit and a cup of tea. And then Jim wants to get his bunion removed off of his foot, so he asked me to go with him to the doctor's today to talk to the doctor about it. You know, the doctor was kind of trying to talk him out of it, I think, but Jim kind of feels that he wants to do it. I've been telling him since he was like in his 30s he had to get that bunion removed, and it just got worse and worse. And the doctor kept bringing up, well, if you would have done this when you were like 30 or 40, it would be a better surgery than now at 73. But he says, and if my father's 72 and I would advise him against the surgery, Jim says, well, I'm going to have the surgery. So it's supposedly a 6-week recovery. He can walk on it the day he leaves the hospital, but not go for a walk, type of thing. He can walk, like go to the bathroom or get up and walk to go to bed, or walk to get a drink of water or something like that, but no extensive walks. And then the stitches will stay in for a week at least, and then we have to go back to have like a post-op check at 1 week. He said sometimes it goes 2 weeks, so you might have to wait 2 weeks, and that he should have a full recovery within 6 weeks, which works out perfectly. He said he doesn't think he could do it before May 1st. And that would bring us to the 6 weeks of when we were planning on going to Mount Rushmore. And he says, as long as we don't plan on hiking the mountain, I'm thinking, look at us. Do we look like we're hikers that we're going to hike the mountain? Oh my gosh, he finally took the sign down. I know. I get distracted very easily. But anyway, I said, no, we're just going to do the normal sightseeing. Although I know from Sue at Sue Slims Down, she said there's a lot of steps and a lot of like walking like that. But, we're all old that are going, well, not old. Jim's the oldest. He'll be 73. I'll be 72. Dale will be 70. I think Lynn is 67 or 68. And then Paul is like 66 or 65, something like that. So, a bunch of little farts going there, I guess. So we did that. Jim left for go to work. And so I said, well, I had told him, I said, as much as I don't like to drive, I said, I'll just drive my own car, and then you can just go from work right there because you can get right on the expressway. He said, no, I'll try to get home. So I said, okay. And then we got the COVID test, I guess. I guess they're sending them out free. I just threw the last one away because it was expired. But once again, government's spending my money. So I did that. What else did I do? Oh, I did Josh's taxes last night because he forgot all about them, and I guess we had to have them postmarked by midnight last night. So he, asked me if I would do them real quick. So I did those last night. And then tonight is my sibling dinner because I told you Mary changed things around. So we're going to go tonight to go to the sibling dinner, and we're going to do that. We're going to the Longhorn restaurant. That's why I wanted to eat very light for breakfast. When I get home from shopping here, I'm going to have a cup of tea, maybe a couple grapes. And then choose wisely when I go out to eat. And then I didn't wear a coat. It's not really warm enough not to have a coat on, but it's like getting warmer. It's almost 50. So I'm thinking in Michigan, that's like summer weather. Summer breeze, like Seals and Prophets sing. But it's supposed to go up to 80 tomorrow, and then it's going to scoot right back down again. But it'll be nice because we'll sit outside after dinner. And then yesterday, good news, the boy that Alyssa wanted to snap with, not nap, snap, if you watched yesterday's video, you'll know what that means. He had said yes. And so she was talking to him by the lockers. And I had told her the day before, she was, like when she was going to ask him. And she said, well, I'm afraid he's going to say no. And, and I says, it'll be his loss. If he says no, it's his loss. You're too pretty of a girl to worry about. There's too many fish in the sea. Another song, Too Many Fish in the Sea. But anyway, I told her, I said, if you talk to him after school or something and you run a little late, take your time. I'll be waiting. I said, just text me, let me know. Well, after I got off the phone off the camera or whatever, not the phone, but the camera, I did check, and she did send me a message telling me that she was going to be a few minutes late because she was talking with somebody. So anyway, let's go get the groceries, and then I'll talk to you a little bit more on the way back home from Colbert. Well, I haven't shopped on a Wednesday in a while, because that usually was my shopping day, but for some reason I kind of switched it up there for a while. I forgot today is stocking day. So there was all kinds of boxes in the way, and then the convenience shoppers, the ones that do your shopping for you with those big ass carts taking up all the room in the aisle. But I got everything I needed. I almost forgot a couple things, but then I remembered at the last minute. Go ahead. Okay, thank you. She doesn't trust me. She must have seen my driving before. They go, well, I've seen you on the road, Sandy. You go ahead. You go ahead of me. So anyway, I told you we're going out to eat tonight. Got a little lightheaded in there, so I'm going to have to go home and have something sweet. I almost bought a candy bar. Oh, shoot, I could have went. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I could have went. I coulda. What's my hurry? I got plenty of time. I'm not going to do anything but sit in a chair. Pretty much into my book. I brought it with me to go to the Jim's doctor's office, but they called him right away, so I didn't even have time to read but maybe one paragraph. And then when we got in the room, the doctor was in there pretty quick. So, and he didn't rush us. He took his time. So we can't say that we were rushed in any way. I see. I should have went. Look at all this traffic. This is ridiculous. At least there's nobody behind me. Of course, then what do they expect me to do? I can't just pull out. I'm sorry about Joan at Joan's Pointed Plate. She lost her chicken. I know that the chicken's been sick for a while, and they were trying to take care of it, but sad when you lose. I know that they're not pets, but I think they are pets. For Joan, I think they're somewhat of a pet. When you give them a name, that makes them officially a pet. Okay, come on. I see you. You see me. Let's get over. Does anybody ever realize that I have no patience when I drive? I should clear the road for Sandy. Clear the road. Sandy's coming through. Honk, honk, get out of the way. Anyway. Jimmy's not going to be able to come for family dinner tomorrow because he didn't realize it when he signed up for a new golf league that his golf league meets on Thursdays. So he says, I can't make dinners on Thursdays anymore. Well, Jim works Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, but he takes Thursdays off for the birthdays. And then Aaron works, and Thursdays is his only day off. And then Danny only has the boys on the weekend. So we were trying to coordinate for the birthdays for next week because we're doing Aaron's birthday, Kathleen's birthday, and David's birthday, Aaron's birthday, and Kathleen's birthday. David and Aaron share the same birthday. Kathleen's birthday's on the 23rd. Are you really turning? Okay. You never know. You just never know. But, so we're going to do 3 birthdays next week. And I tried to coordinate something a little bit better, but it just didn't work out. So Jimmy's going to miss 2 birthdays this month. And one of them is his own son's. I think that. Although I know he's probably going to do something with him on the weekend. I know Cindy's going to do a birthday dinner for David on Friday, the 28th. And then we're doing the family dinner on the 27th. And so I'm quite sure Jimmy will probably do something on the 29th, which I did with David. David's going to be 22. 22, can you believe that? It's just like he was just born. I remember going to the hospital and seeing him. It was funny when we went, because it was when I had my babies, you had them in the delivery room, and then they brought you to the room, and then your husband came in and saw you. But when Cindy was having David, you did it all in the same room. So they had the curtain pulled, and Jimmy had called us and said, well, she's in labor, she's going to have the baby anytime now. And so when we got there, Jim just threw the curtain back and walked right in at the moment that David was making his appearance. So he saw Cindy's hoo-ha, the whole, and he was like, oh my God. He come back. I said, that's why the curtain was closed. That's why you knock on the wall or knock on the curtain, go knock, knock. He says, I saw more than I ever wanted to see. I said, oh well. So he says, I'm officially, other than the doctor, the first one to see Jimmy being born. Oh, David being born. I go, yeah, that's true. You're the first one to see David being born. But I just thought that was so funny. And then, like I said, everything stayed in the same room. So that when Shannon had, Sophia was born next. When Sophia was born, actually Christy had a cesarean. We were in the room with her while she was in labor, and then it was just not working out. So they said that she had to have a cesarean. Jim says, well, I don't want to be around for that. We're too much for David. But he wasn't there for Alyssa for some reason, because Alyssa was the next one born after. We came to the hospital after Alyssa was born. So she was well wrapped and everything by the time we saw her. Like I said, I'm going to make some smart choices at my dinner tonight. I think I'm doing really well on my progress with my portion sizes. Listening to my body cues. I think I'm doing that pretty well. And just eating when I'm hungry. So I find that maybe I've finally reached the age where, you're not hungry that often. Because I think I've reached that age this last couple of weeks. Or maybe it's just that I learned a lot about myself during the 7 weeks of Lent. That's the only thing I can think of. Because I did learn a lot about myself during that 7 weeks. I was in a lot of deep prayer and fasting and all that good stuff. And I think that really cleared my mind. It really cleared my mind. And I think that it was just what I needed. It came when I needed it. It just does. So things come to you in life and you just wonder, why did they come now? So you just have to, you take the good, you take the bad, you take it all together. So anyway, well, we are home now. Once again, you know what, maybe, I don't know. No, I'll show you tomorrow. I'll film my brother, if I remember, I'll film my brother and my sisters today at dinner, and then I'll just show you tomorrow. So that'll do it for now. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, share it if you think somebody might like to see it. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow.